Hello everyone. So today we'll start with rip command. For that I'll select one mid plane here. After selecting the plane, I'll activate this plane and draw one single line here. Next I'll go for smart dimension so as to define the position of line. I'll say it's 60 mm. And now we have made this line in the mid section of this part. We'll go for features and rib command. Here you can see three options are given for the thickness of the rib to be oriented. So if I click on this option, it will go on left side. You can see here. If I select the both side option, the thickness will be divided on both the sides, 5 mm on this side and 5 mm on the other side. If I select the right hand side option, the complete thickness will go on right side. So these options are given for thickness orientation. I'll select midpoint option here on both the sides and then say OK. You can see one rib has been made. We just require one single line to make the rib. We don't require a complete sketch or a close sketch. Now in this rib, we can change the shape of this rib from triangular to polygonal shape. For that we need to edit the sketch of this rib. I'll select the sketch and say edit sketch. Now here we will delete the relation and dimension both and move this point little bit upward and again add one line here. This point will coincide the edge, will increase the height and decrease the distance. You can also provide one angle here. I'll say it 120 degrees and then exit the sketch. This rib will be automatically get updated as we have edited the sketch here. And now it is converted to polygonal rib. You just need to edit the sketch and add one line here. Now we will delete the rib command here. And again we will try to make one more rib. But in this time I'll change the shape of the rib. Instead of taking line, I'll go for curve shape. So I'll select this line, delete the option here and then start with 3-point arc. First point, second and here third point. We'll provide one radius here as 200 and one more dimension. I'll take this dimension as 50 mm here. Then exit this sketch. Features, rib, select the curve and provide the direction here. Now we are having material at lower side, so we'll select the direction at lower side only. I'll say it OK. And now this rib is made on both the directions, that is from mid plane, half distance on other side and half distance on the first side. You can also edit the feature again, change the orientation of thickness. I'll take it on right side or left side. If I want to divide this value equally, then I'll go for both sides and then again say it OK. In feature, to flip this arrow, you can either click on the arrow or you can go for flip material option here. By this option also you can flip the arrow side and then say it OK. Now we will see one more condition. For that I'll draw one cylindrical boss extrude here. So to make cylindrical boss extrude, I'll select this face and say sketch. Draw one circle. Now we will define this circle with one diameter that is 59. Also provide the reference for the position and relation as horizontal. Now we will go for boss extrude feature. For that I'll select features, extrude boss and I'll say it mid plane here. I'll say it OK. I've extruded the cylinder by 80 mm. And now we require to make one rib here. At first case, this background was flat. And now when we make a rib, by the reference of this part, this background is in shape of curve. So the conditions will change a little bit. For that I'll select front plane, sketch. I'll make one line here. I'll select the cylindrical edge, highlighting in orange color and then select on the flat edge. We'll define these rib dimensions. I'll take this height as 65 mm. And this distance, I'll take it 68 mm and then say it OK. Now we have provided one sketch for the rib and here instead of flat background, here it is having a cylindrical shape. So we'll provide features and rib command here. First we'll observe the direction, it is coming at lower side, then it's OK. Then we'll provide a thickness value here. I'll take this value as 14 mm. And now you can see here, this black line is intersecting the part, but the other two yellow lines on each side are not intersecting the part. But they will intersect this part at upper side as there is a material at upper side height also. So I'll say it OK. And now one rib is made. This black line, the center line was intersecting on this part at the center here. and these two yellow lines are intersecting at a little bit above height. That is, these are the points of intersection of the yellow lines. That's why it is taking a curve shape, as these two lines intersected this part at a little bit higher height. It is because there was a material left above the rib. This time we will change the rib position. For that I'll make this sketch a little different way. I'll select the plane, say it sketch, and instead of taking this rib from the lower side, I'll start the rib from the circular edge till this point. Earlier we made rib that was a little bit lower starting point. This time I have made it from the circular edge. I'll say it exit sketch and then go for rib feature here. Select the rib command and select the sketch. Make sure this arrow is coming at lower side so as to add the material at lower side for the rib, and then say it OK. You can see after saying OK, it is showing the resulting rib did not intersect the existing model. Please try changing the extrusion direction to fix the problem. So it is showing that this rib is not intersecting the model. It is because when you see the line closely, now when you see closely, this black line is connected to the circular edge, but the other two lines are not connected to the circular edge, these yellow lines. Earlier also they were not connected, but in this case there is no material left above, so it will not intersect the body. These two lines will not intersect the body as there is no material above. So for that I'll cancel this rib command here and we will make some modifications in this sketch only. Select this sketch, edit sketch, and then again go in line command, and we will add one smaller line again here in horizontal direction. This line, whatever length it may be, it doesn't matter. Again exit sketch and go for rib feature here and select this sketch. This time these two lines are connected to the circular cylinder here in horizontal direction as we have drawn this sketch here. I'll say it OK, and now this rib is made. It will form a little bit wedge shape here. We cannot make a perfect rib in SolidWorks, neither in Solid Edge nor in CATIA. So in this way you can make rib. For this condition, if it is circular edge and you are starting the sketch from the circular edge, then you have to make one horizontal line also here so as to complete the rib feature. The sketch should look like this. There should be one line here with this line. And suppose if this sketch is not starting from the edge, it is starting from little bit lower side, then there is no need of this line. The rib will come automatically there. Exit this sketch. This was the rib feature by two conditions. Second, we have seen on the circular cylindrical part with starting from the circular edge. Now for understanding the rib, I have made one part here. We will add one rib here, but you can see both the parts are in cylindrical shapes. Here the face is flat, but on this face there is curve shape, so it will be difficult directly to add the rib. I'll make one base for that first. I'll say this face sketch, add center line, and then offset the center line, and then offset this center line. It's 5 mm on both the sides. So this will be the thickness for the required rib here. I'll say 7 mm. Say OK. I'm making a base here for the rib. I'll say convert entities. Again, this edge also will be converted, and extend the required entities so as to touch the circles. We'll trim the extra sketches here. And you can see here one sketch is been made so as to build the base. I'll say features, extrude boss, and select the command up to surface and select the surface here. Say it OK. Now one base has been made. After that, I'll go for plane option so as to make this sketch in middle. I'll go for reference plane option, and in references I'll select both the faces, and here you have one mid plane. Say it OK. Select the plane and say it sketch, and now we'll make one sketch, one single line here. It is by default constraint, and now we will go for rib feature. Select the features, select the command rib, select the sketch. You can see material has been added on the lower side, and when we say OK, this rib will be extended to the other face. It is because we have not made one line here so as to restrict the height of the rib. I'll delete this rib and modify this sketch again. Say edit sketch. We will add one more line here. Here the distance doesn't matter. Exit this sketch and again go for rib command. Select the rib command here. and then say it OK. Now this rib is been made between these two cylinders. Suppose I want to match the thickness of this rib on both the sides. I'll edit this dimension by double clicking and then say 15 mm and update the model. And now you can see one rib has been made between two cylinders here. I made it in two parts. First the base and then the rib, and that too with this horizontal line as it was extending further to the surface. I'll hide this plane here. So this was one more example for the rib command. So the next command we are going to see here is draft command. For that I'll say extrude boss, select the sketch. We will take blind on one side. Now the extrusion is taking here is 120 mm straight in linear direction. But if I want to draft this part, draft means making this part incline or extruding this part with an angle. So I'll select this draft feature and add one angular value as 5 degrees. So this part is getting extruded by 5 degrees inclination at linear direction upwards. Suppose if I want to draft at outward direction, so I'll say draft outward here. You can see this option. So it is getting drafted at outward direction. If I off this direction, then it will get drafted at inner sides. And the angle between these two faces is 5 degrees, that is 2.5 degrees at one side and 2.5 degrees at other side. But in this draft, all the faces of the extrude are getting drafted. Suppose if I want to draft only one or two faces, then it is not possible to draft with extrude boss here. As we take extrude boss and draft, it will draft all the sides. So I will cancel the draft here and then say it OK. So now we have not made draft in this boss extrude. I'll select the draft command from features only and I'll say it manual draft. There are three types of draft. We will see neutral plane draft. So in neutral plane, you have to select one neutral plane first. I select this face as a neutral plane here and then we will give the draft angle. I provide it as 15 degrees and here you need to show faces to draft. Which face you need to draft, so I'll select this face and you can see the direction of arrow, it is showing upwards, means it is going to draft on outer side. Here the common edge between neutral face and faces to draft is called as hinge edge, or you can say this edge is fixed and the draft will take from the bottom side, not from the upper side, as this edge is fixed or hinged. So we have mentioned here angle of 15 degrees and this direction is showing upward and this one is the hinged edge. So I'll say it OK. So this face was drafted from the bottom side. We can say edit feature and select another face here. Now both the faces are selected and these two edges will act as hinge edges. So the draft will take from the bottom sides. I'll say it OK. So both the faces are being drafted from the bottom sides and the upper sides were hinged. I'll select the draft command again and reverse the direction. After reversing the direction by clicking on this arrow option to reverse or directly clicking on this arrow, it will draft from the lower side at inner sides now. You can see here, it is drafted at inner sides from both the sides. So this was draft using neutral plane option. Now the next command we are going to see here is wrap command. For that I have made one cylindrical body. We will select front plane here and by using front plane we will take one reference plane outside the body. You can take any distance and say it OK. I'll activate this plane here. Now to type any text on this plane, select the text command and in text here you can type any text you require. So I will type one text here. I'll say it 4 dimensions infotech. You can see here the text will always be generated from the origin side. Suppose if you want to edit the text, first we will position the text here and then select the text to edit, say it bold, italic. Suppose if you want to increase the size of the text, then we will put off this option, use document font option here. I'll just say it off and go to font option here. In font you can increase the size of the text by using points command. Here we will increase the value, I'll say 25. You can see here the text size has been increased. Again if I want to edit the size, go to font option again. We'll say it as 21 and say OK. You can also change the type of the text here. For that again go to font option, select the type you require. You can see here font types are given. And also change the size again. Say it OK. And place the text at the proper position you want. If you want to increase the gap between each text, you can go for this option here by increasing the width. You can also increase the width factor of each text by using this command. I will increase the value of width factor here. You can see width of each text is been increased and then say it OK. If you want to edit the text again, double click on the text. We will decrease the width factor here and also decrease the distance between each letter and position the text again. Say it OK. After exiting the sketch, we'll select the text and then go for wrap command. Here we will show the text we want to wrap on the face. So I'll select this text and then go for faces to be wrapped. I'll select this face. You can see there are three options given. First one is embossing. I'll select the emboss option, for which you can provide thickness, and embossing will print the text on the face at the outer side. So in embossing, the text will be printed on the body at the outer side, thickness of 1.5 mm. I'll say it OK. You can see here this text has been embossed here on the body, cylindrical body. I'll hide this plane. If we want to deboss the text or remove the material here, we can use edit feature again and go for deboss option by the depth of 1.5 mm and say it OK. This time it will remove the material by 1.5 mm thickness here and deboss this text here. So engraving is done on this body by using wrap command. Now if I just want to scribe this text on the body without adding or subtracting the material, then select the wrap command again and say edit feature and say scribe. OK. So in scribe, neither the material will be added nor it will be removed. It will just print the text here. You can provide appearance for that. Select on any letter of the text, right click and appearance, and we will select the feature here, wrap, and then you can provide the color to this feature. I'll say it OK. You can see here this text has been printed on this body. So we were having three options. First one was embossing by adding the material and giving the thickness. Second one was debossing. It will remove the material thickness by 1.5 mm depth. And third one was scribe. It will just print the text. Neither remove the material nor add the material. Say it OK. So this was wrap command. By using this command, you can give names to the parts, engrave the names, emboss, deboss or scribe the names here on any part. So this was our session 12, in which we have seen rip command, wrap command and draft command. Still some commands are remaining there, so we'll continue in further lectures and then start with assembly lectures. So for now, I'll say thank you. Please do like, share and subscribe the channel 4 Dimensions Infotech.